Welcome to Boventures. Today we're going to the Calgary Zoo to check out the polar bears. It is the first time in 24 years since we've had polar bears at our zoo here. So we're gonna go.
24 years?
So we're gonna go check it out and the new revamped Canadian Wilds. Let's go on into the zoo. The zoo lights are on right now, and the last entry is 3 o'clock for any of the regular day zoo visitors, and it begins at 5 o'clock. You'll see some of the signage for the new polar bears exhibit in the Wild Canada, the updated Canadian Wild section. They have some new lighting fixtures here in the entrance to the zoo. Looks pretty cool. The Canadian Wild section has been closed for the past year and a bit, so we're excited to see all the updates here. Theo loves getting pictures in front of the penguins every time he comes to this, so that is what he's doing right now. So this is the new Wild Canada entranceway, formerly the Canadian Wilds here. As you go in, they have some new signage here that we haven't had before.
Where will it take you?
They were saying the land territories that we're on here in Calgary. And they have a lot of great information there for you as you walk through the Canadian Wilds, and they have brand new walking paths here. The sheep as you first come in here, the bighorn sheep. You can see some of the other sheep here. The foothills, we're lucky to live here in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. Waddle like a duxbury. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Soaring like a hawk. We're by the mountain goat exhibit. It hasn't changed since we were here last. Let's see where we're gonna go off to next. Here is something new that we didn't have last time we were here. They have like a little paintings of the mountain goats. And do they have their footprints there? Look at their little footprints. One of Zuri's favorite exhibits when she was younger was the owls. Aviary. There is a new sign here for the Rocky Mountain Aviary.
No dogs! No
Let's go on. Yeah, no service dogs allowed. You're right. You see the owls there. One just flew away. We missed it. See the owl right there in the back.
On the front.
There's the other owl that just flew. They have such pretty feathers. And they have the snowy owls, as Zuri likes to call them, Hedwig.
You'll usually see them in the tundra lots of the time.
They're so pretty. You're winking at me. We just walked through the aviary, and it's our first time getting to see the polar bear exhibit.
Looking to see polar bears. They are in this area of the habitat right now. They have 2 whole acres to explore over this way. There's great elevated viewing at this end and then a little bit lower down here. So I would recommend keep following this.
So they're on the left there. We'll see what the exhibit looks like. The exhibit's really cool, a lot of fun rock work. They have 2 acres of land to explore. I love the little ice sculptures that they have here. Looks like there's a little cave area here that you can look into the water as well. It's the water area for one part of it.
Look at the footprints.
You can see how big the polar bear footprints are here on the bottom. You can't really see it, but there's like an ice waterfall. There's like bunch of ice coming down from there. It's not that cold out, so they must freeze some of it over there. They also have a little playing area here for the kids as you hang around looking for the polar bears. On all of these poles they have little riddles to guess what they are. You can see the pool here. It says, when I swim, you just see the top of my head. On land, I drag my long skinny tail. Who am I? And it is a muskrat. Jesse's showing off the mural that they have here.
Be like the Arctic Ocean, I'm assuming.
Yeah, looks like an iceberg maybe.
Like this part goes
Yeah.
into the ocean, right? This is the ocean, I think. And I'm pretty sure these are the mountains.
Yeah, I like it.
This is very beautiful.
And the polar bears are currently vulnerable from a conservation status. There's also a little cave here. See if I can fit in. Ooh! That's so cool, Zuri. This is like the prime spot to see the polar bears when they're swimming. I love it.
Yeah, go to this dad.
It's like a little peephole into the polar bears water area. And here's an overview here of where the polar bear exhibit is. So they have all of this area here. There's a bunch of different water areas here. We're right here. They also have an indoor den. And a bunch of different water areas here for them to explore. Another fun little place for you to climb. Who's in that log? A fox.
Fox. And another fox. Zuri fox.
Fox and the hound.
Daddy.
See how tall the polar bear is and their feet. I don't know, their feet look a little bit bigger on the ground. So maybe they're different sizes there. So little facts about the polar bears, about their fur. It has insulation in their teeth and their dual purpose
like, you know,
paws.
your hair, their fur, it's actually clear like a window. Isn't that cool? And it says it reflects light, making them
They have
look
transparent
like
fur.
natural
I did not know that.
2 thick layers of fur protect their skin from the sun and keep their body heat in when it is cold. A little extra insulation. Like other marine mammals, polar bears have a thick layer of fat called blubber, helping them stay warm.
It's bigger than this one.
So literally underneath all their fur and their other set of
Kind of
fur
like
and
me
their
during the
skin,
winter.
they get a thick layer of blubber or fat, and it helps them so they don't go, and when they're swimming in the cold Arctic water, they're not cold. The fat is different from seal or whale blubber. It keeps the polar bear warm, but also, guess what? Stores the energy they need to survive the summer months when they don't have much to eat. What's this one? What's it say? My, what big teeth you have! Show me. Oh, yes. Polar bears are...
There's our first sight of the polar bear. Just relaxing by the water there. So there are 2 polar bears here. It's Baffin and Siku. And I believe I heard this is Baffin here. So you heard all the commotion when we were reading the polar bear facts. We're gonna go walk around and see if we can find Siku as well. Come on. We missed the last couple. Here's the dual purpose paws. Polar bear paws are like snowshoes and paddles. They grip the ice and snow and can be used like oars and rudders in the ocean. Each paw has sharp curved claws, ideal for seizing slippery seals. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So this whole area has been revitalized. This used to be where the caribou were, and they still are here. It looks like they updated their areas. And where the polar bears are now was largely where the bisons were previously. See the woodland caribou here? You get some fresh grass, it looks like, with new sod there. Whoop. Hi.
Oh my goodness.
All the names, Primrose like Hunger Games.
Oh my goodness. That's very cute.
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Mine too.
So there's not much of a view of the polar bears on the right here right now, but there is an overlook where you get some higher vantage points here. You can see in the distance. Some more signage calling out human wildlife encounters, climate change. As we make your way around, here's a little spot where there's like a little den here for the polar bears all the way at the back, far north of their exhibit. And you can kind of give you a little overview of the whole area. You can see Baffin all the way in the back there. See if I can zoom in on him. In front of the big waterfall that they have. As you get up to the higher vantage point, there it looks like there's a different path that takes you down and around to where the muskox are. So a little bit different path. But before they were kind of isolated on the sides, so a lot of people would miss them. Another overview from the higher vantage point. Oh, I think you can see Siku laying down there all the way at the back. So we're gonna go down the hill here towards where the muskox are now. They're an ox like no other, fur coats and formidable horns. So they're a lot bigger because they have a fur coat on. They're relatively a small animal. I like that there's a little pathway here to avoid a little bit of the path. So today is the first day that they open. They open today at 11 a.m. and tomorrow is the first weekend day of the polar bears and the Wild Canada exhibit. So I'm sure they're expecting a large crowd tomorrow. At the new land comes new merch. Look at all the polar bears. And some of the stuff they have here is polar bears. That's a fun polar bear, Theo. It says Calgary Zoo on it as well. They have polar bear toques and hand warmers in them. That's really cool. Theo with a big polar bear. They have some new Wild Canada merch as well. Looks like they resodded the muskox area as well.
Million smashes!
Always remind me of the, I'm not sure if it's muskox, but on the 𝐁𝐚𝐟𝐼𝐬𝐧 cartoon movie. And there's the muskox hooves.
Hey!
As we walk past the muskox area, you can see that big pool up there, and typically there is an osprey that comes back every year and lays eggs up there, and there's a little camera up top you can see there that overlooks them. So it's always fun coming in the summer and look around and try and see the osprey. So going around the corner into by the river lodge, it looks like the lodge isn't accessible right now. It was closed off on the other side. But this is where the new river otter area is. Looks like you can get in there. So we'll head around. A nice little relaxing spot overlooking the Moose and the Bow River. And you can see Bugtopia there in the background. And it looks like, yeah, there's another river otter area here. This is all brand new stuff we haven't seen before. You can see the river otters swimming. See him down there? Oh, I see Thea's reflector now. Just so you can see any others inside. There's another cool feature that we didn't have previously is they have like a little tunnel that they can go from side to side at different exhibits areas. It's going in the lodge. It looks like it's been fully redeveloped on the inside here as well. You can see a nice warm area here to hang out in the winter. And you can see there's a lot more viewing space and playing area for the otters as well, which is great.
They're coming over there. See, Daddy?
This one here. It's a little behind the scenes of their water filtration system that they have here as well. They have a little indoor viewing area as well, or indoor spot for the otters to come in. Before they had like little den peepholes that you could just see a little bit, but now you have a large viewing area on the inside for them. And here's the other side of the exhibit. It's more of kind of a landscape area, a little spot for them to swim. You don't see underwater on this side. There's also a washroom and a water bottle filling station on inside the lodge as well, if needed. As you exit the lodge here behind us, to your right is the viewing platform that we saw previously. And I see a polar bear. You see the polar bear? And just plomped on the ground. Getting all the itches. And here's how you can be a river hero.
Salt, and don't flush or pour chemicals down drains because it goes to the rivers and that can harm the animals.
So here's the other viewing spot. You can see a better view of the bridge that they have to go over into the other exhibit. So it's like the deeper water area. Then the other side they have like a little river. Then they have a hollow log here that has hay in it. It's like a little sleeping spot for them to stay warm. So as we make our way past the lodge on our left and to our right, to the other side, the Baffin, I think, still rolling around. Jesse was pointing out the logs that they have in there, so they have a lot of areas for them to play around in. We'll show you up on this other side here. So on the right here, there's another viewing platform. This is kind of close to where the whooping cranes were previously. So I think this viewing platform gives you the largest view of their whole exhibit. You can see the two there, they're just laying down. And the other one's over here. So the poles are water features, and the polar bears can press buttons and it turns on water for them. It'll probably be on during the summertime where they're able to turn on the water whenever they want.
Hey, I see another one over there.
So you can see like the vast expanse of the 2 acres that they have here. And it's taken up 3 exhibits from previous.
Yes. And you guys have just joined us here. This is Baffin, you can see up to the right, and then Siku to the left. And they're chicks right now, as you can tell, hanging out. Baffin over there is a little bit larger than Siku, just over 1,000 pounds, and Siku around 950 pounds, which is a quite average weight for male polar bears. Yes, very brave magpie over there.
I just want to be friends.
Do you know? Sorry.
Yes,
Is the polar bear Baffin like
yes, precisely. That's where he gets his name from. And Siku is from an Inuit word that means ice. Yeah.
very cool? So this one
There's some little artwork of the polar bears here, and they have one named Baffin, like we're saying, and Siku.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Baffin was born between November 2016 and January 2017. And Siku was born between November 2015 and January 2016.
And it,
Oh.
They have
They
some more
literally
information
have
about
the
the movie.
exact
So something that's not fully complete here is that they're gonna have a big viewing window installed here sometime next year. And there's a big amphitheater here, so you can just hang out and watch them. So here we go out to Bugtopia area, and then anything past this building here has been left untouched for the Wild Canada area. And there's new washrooms, which is great, instead of porta potties in Bugtopia. So it's great that they added some additional restrooms for the park area. Previously there was porta potties over there in the corners. Yeah, and it looks like they have an indoor area, but there's no access to it. We'll show you some Bugtopia while we're here, but that pretty much does it for the Wild Canada area that has been updated here in 2023 at the Calgary Zoo. I'm excited to come check out the polar bears and visit Baffin and Siku and try and hopefully see them go swimming one day. Theo's gonna go on the big slide. Oh, Zurich popped out of the slide. Good work. High five. Boom. There's Leo. Good work, buddy. So it's a pretty fun little play area that is kind of featured around a bunch of different bugs. So they have ladybugs, caterpillars, and it kind of shrinks you down to a bug size. And there's honeycombs on the other side. We really enjoy coming to play here. The building in the back here is kind of their maintenance area, and they also have an indoor area for the polar bears and zookeepers, and it's off limits to the guests, so a little resting spot for them. So the entire viewing area is all situated outside. It is a great new addition here to the Calgary Zoo. We're excited to keep coming back and visiting. If you like our zoo videos, make sure to give us a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting us know your favorite thing to visit at a zoo or your favorite zoo you've been to. We are very impressed with the exhibits here, especially in comparison to going to other big zoos like San Diego Zoo. The penguin one and now the polar bear one definitely set the Calgary Zoo apart from some of the exhibits we have seen. And if you like the zoo videos, we'll make sure to tag you along as we go to the zoo fairly often for little visits. Our other favorite animals to visit here at the zoo currently are the gorillas. They have two young gorillas. They have Okabe, who was born recently, and Ayari. We have some fun footage, I think it's vertical, that I'll just put in here, of the two little ones playing around, but we will try and show you some of our adventures when we come here and show you them as they grow. The zoo lights are about to begin and the park is closing, so we're gonna head out for today. I'll show you some sights on our way out, but thank you again for watching. And stay tuned for some upcoming Disneyland videos from Halloween on a recent birthday trip for Theodore's birthday. I hope you have a great day. Big slide. And Theo's going down the big slide now. It's a countdown. Woo!
Stick.
Found a big stick.
See him? I wonder what he's thinking.
Who?
I love this stick.
The otters are playing around the glass. They're so cute right now. Oh, they're checking Theo out. Oh, hi. As we're walking out, the little otters were doing little peekaboos with the kids through the windows that they have here. So it seems like they like the little windows that they have. But we're so excited to have the otters back too. Something else new that they have starting today, I believe, is they have a daylight to night ticket. So you can get in starting at 1 o'clock and then end your night at the zoo lights. So you're able to see some of the zoo and also the zoo lights at night. So we're gonna wanna come back sometime this month to see the zoo lights. So we'll make a little video of that as well. They have a fun little supporter mural here. It looks like the Northern Lights. Some great landscaping here as well. It's a beautiful winter evening here in Calgary. You see the sunset in the back. We just hung out in the Wild Canada area. Oh, you see Baffin is up now. And Siku's still laying down. Siku's been laying down the whole time you've been here, sir.
Yeah. Baffin's like, I am ready.
But that is a full overview of the new polar bear exhibit here. First time they've had polar bears in the Calgary Zoo in 24 years. So we're excited to be able to be here on the first day that they open. In the background there you can see the big window that they're going to be installing next year. And in front of it is a big pool area for them to swim in as well. So there's going to be a lot of different vantage points if you're coming to visit. There's not just one spot where you can view them. I think this vantage point gives you a really good idea of where they could be. You don't see the far west area though from here. You can see Baffin is getting some hay all together, maybe to lay down on. Bye, Caribou.
I bet that one is vanilla.
And there's another polar bear shower over here that they can turn on the water during the summertime. We're exiting through the entrance to the Wild Canada, and you can see the penguin exhibit to the right here. I put the brightness down a little bit so you can admire this amazing sunset that we're having. So we're just leaving here. You can see a little glimpse of the zoo lights here. So they have the park all lit up. And they have a Santa area where you can meet Santa and some other fun activities. So stay tuned for that video when we come to the zoo lights. Get to see the lit up exit way here as well. It's very pretty. We had a fun time being able to see the polar bears today and the new revamped Wild Canada. So thank you for watching, and as always, go Vantage!